Sure, why not? I am the token black guy. I'm just supposed to smile, stay out of the conversation, and say things like, damn, shit, and that is whack.
Everybody's got at least one. Eric Vincent and Martin Weiss are your black friends.
What's happening? It's your black friends. I am Eric Vincent with my dog Martin Weiss. What's happening, bro?
What's good, man? Good to be alive. Great day.
We'll be back on these microphones. A lot to talk about. Again, another crazy week in the world, in America, all that good stuff. And ain't nothing changed with your boy Meek Mill. It might be RIP time for Meek.
The thing is,
hold on. Sorry, hold on. Moment of silence, please, for Meek's career.
See,
okay,
I was all ready to come in here and say that because he went to Toronto, had the OVO Fest and all of that, which if you've never been to Caravana, it's a must go. The closest thing I've ever been to Mardi Gras.
Never heard of it. Okay.
Caravana? What? You've never heard of Caravana?
It was in Canada?
Yes, it's in Canada. It's in Toronto.
One time for Canada, but yeah, I don't go to Canada like that. Nah.
Why not?
I mean, I don't have no reason. Am I a 19-year-old white girl?
No, you could be a 25-year-old black man and go have a great time in Caravana. Trust me.
Okay, show me then. Wait, did it already pass?
It was this weekend.
Damn.
It was this weekend. Drake set up OVO Fest to be right on the back end of Caravana.
Okay, well, you know me, and they all know I'm no big Drake fan, so I'm not gonna go head out to OVO Fest or a Drake show.
I don't give a
shit
shit what kind of music you like. You need to go to Caravana, and I'm gonna find pictures and show you on air so you can see why you need to go to Caravana.
Go ahead and pull.
Why don't I even talk about this?
Go ahead.
Because Meek Mill was in Toronto a couple days ago, right?
Okay.
And had the opportunity.
He wasn't on tour? He wasn't busy on tour?
I don't know. He was in Toronto. Maybe his tour went through Toronto. I heard Charlamagne talking about him. He was being in Toronto, right?
Okay, all right, go
and
ahead.
he had the opportunity to go on there, to go on stage, and basically have a whole, fuck you, Drake. No, fuck you, fuck the clique you claim, or all of that. And he didn't. You know what I'm saying? But the more and more I think about it, it's Drake bullet after Drake bullet after Drake bullet after Drake bullet.
He's slaughtering him right now. It's not even a competition no more. It really isn't.
And I hear you. And I felt the same way until I went into the gym today.
You about to hit me with a butt. Okay,
go ahead. I went into the gym today, and the intro song from Dreams and Nightmares came on. I'm riding around like I'm broke. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I'm going to get you on two things. Just go ahead and finish your thought.
When I heard Meek spit, like Drake can't spit like Meek can spit. Drake got bars, don't get me wrong, but Drake can't be that high energy. Drake can't be that high energy, go get him type of guy, and that's what's got me stuck in thinking that Meek Mill has a chance, because if he comes back with some crazy, super high energy shit that sounds like that intro from Dreams and Nightmares, then he can come back and get with him, or sounds like Burn. Like he could come back and get him if he comes with some real fire. Even if you talk about Wanna Know, he was talking about, man, Drake got pissed on, all of this. He was talking mad reckless about Drake, but nobody rocked with it. Nobody rocked with it because it wasn't a good song.
I can't believe you just said that Drake don't rhyme like Meek Mill.
No. He don't.
Oh my goodness.
Meek's the only nigga out there that spits the way he spits right now, bro.
Wow. I'm disappointed for two reasons. One, it's not even a competition. Drake and Meek Mill not even in the same class.
All right, now hold on. I didn't say that Drake and Meek Mill were in the same class. I said there's nobody that spit like Meek Mill does. I'm not saying that Drake is.
But you're right.
Don't misrepresent me.
You're right. Nobody spits like Meek, but that's not a good thing to say.
And what you mean? He's got his own individual style. Nobody's doing it like that.
This is why. I'll tell you why. You sitting here telling me that Drake doesn't rhyme and flow like Meek.
He doesn't.
In a bad way.
No, I'm not saying it's good nor bad. It's just different. When you hear a Drake song, you hear a beat and you can be like, oh, damn, that's a Drake beat. And you can hear a beat and say, you know what, I take that back. You hear a beat and say, oh, no, that's a Meek beat. Drake can go on any beat. Meek can't go on any beat.
I agree 100%. I agree on that. That's why I'm confused why you try to say that he doesn't flow like him, because
he doesn't. They don't talk about the same stuff. They don't sound the same. They don't sound the same on the track. They don't.
Right.
They have different styles.
And are you saying that to discredit Drake?
No.
Okay,
I'm just saying that I think that when Meek comes, his style is more suited for the true battle. I'm coming at you. I'm attacking you.
I completely disagree.
It's like
because
Drake talk about you getting bodied by a singing nigga. Like, that's exactly true, because like singing niggas aren't bodying niggas like that.
And that was probably one of the most disrespectful lines he dropped. We haven't even heard the audio of a 3-peat yet, unless you were at OVO Fest. And he bodied him on that by the sound of it.
What I'm saying is when Meek really puts his head into it and gets in there and gets into, like, when you sit here and listen to the intro song, you listen to Burn, you listen to House Party, Meek spits into such a way that I feel like it can really benefit him when it comes down to it. But the thing that I can't rock with is the fact that he hasn't done it yet.
Yeah, the thing is you've heard it on every single Meek Mill record you've ever heard. You're not gonna hear, when you hear the shit that Drake was spitting, it was new shit. That's the credit to Drake. That's a sign of a great, phenomenal artist. Drake has said shit that people have never heard before. Labels on my name beside an X like Malcolm. Like, that was one of the hardest lines I've ever heard. And I don't see Meek coming up with anything original. Like, what did he say at his show? Wayne don't fuck with you. Tiger don't fuck with you.
See,
like,
to me, that's whack to me
shit
too.
That's not gonna.
Meek came up in Philly. Philly's a city of battle rappers. Cassidy, Freeway. You're not telling me that Meek, he's not born with that. That's where he got the energy from.
And here's the difference between Meek. Like, take those two battles into consideration. Meek can body somebody like Cassidy, because Cassidy right now, it's not even about bars between them two. Here's the difference between that and the Drake situation. Cassidy's irrelevant as hell. Nobody gives a damn about Cassidy. Meek could have recycled the hell out of his rhymes from a year ago and just threw Cassidy's name in, and he would have won that battle regardless. These two dudes, Drake and Meek, are hot as hell right now.
What he didn't, though. You heard the Cassidy thing? He took shots dead at Cassidy, called him out by name. That's what I want to hear Meek Mill do. Because that's what, also real shit, Drake is not doing that.
What you mean? He said, fuck chasers because we've been taking shots. That's direct at Meek.
I feel
right there.
you, but I'm talking about.
He was at OVO Fest with memes
all right.
on the Titans ride.
I hear you. He got the memes and all that. I'm talking about just the songs. I feel you on the memes and the internet and all of that.
There's no question on who he was talking about on all these records.
There is no question, but when Tupac came out, fuck your bitch, and the click you claimed, there was absolutely no question who he was talking about.
Yes.
When Nas came out and said, hey, fuck Jay-Z, there was no question who he was talking about.
Yep.
If Meek Mill comes out with something just similar like that, I feel like he could save himself.
I don't think that's going to help, because in this art, and with these rappers today, they're a lot more creative, like artists like Drake, like Kendrick, Big Sean, J. Cole. These guys are a lot more artistic, and they make you think a lot more.
I put Kendrick and Cole in a different category than Drake,
because
they can't. Because like just the same way that Meek can't do all the things that Drake can't do all the things that they can do.
That's fair. That's fair. But I think from what they've done, and as far as pushing the genre and the hip hop culture, they're at the top right now. It's not even a question. Those three right now, those four to me are at the top.
No, ability versus popularity is two different things to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking like, Drake is by far the most popular rapper. Drake transcends rap.
No doubt. I'm talking all together, though. I'm talking the whole package from what they've done. But as far as Meek Mill goes, like I said, Drake makes things that go over your head. Like, this is the line about Nicki Minaj. This is what she said when you need to open up more. He's talking about his feelings as well as opening up for her shows.
Right.
That shit goes over people's heads.
Right. Is that your girl tour or world tour? Yeah.
And that's crazy. Like, when you think about that, Meek Mill is going to do exactly that Tupac shit. But at this rate, I don't think that's going to help him, because it's too many. It's not even just the raps. It's 2015, dog. Social media runs everything. That's why Drake is a fucking genius to put on the free Meek Mill shirt and throw nothing but memes galore on his Titantron in the back behind him on his stage. So with social media around, with memes everywhere, I don't think there's anything that Meek can do to come out on top. And I think his career, low-key, might be in jeopardy. Like I said,
at this point in time, his career is most definitely in jeopardy.
Luckily,
the clock is ticking on your man.
Luckily, he put his album out at the perfect time. He got a #1 hit. He got I thought the album was straight. But dealing with this now, bro, you in trouble, Meek. Philly's in trouble. You were the heart of Philly, and Drake just snatched the heart out quick with 2 songs and help of Twitter. It's done for Meek, man. He had his chance. Should have kept his mouth shut.
He comes out with a banger that's all about fuck Drake. I'm telling you, I'm talking about something that bangs. It's gonna have to be like it's gonna have to be his best song.
You know what I think?
But like listening back to that intro, it's gonna have to be better than that intro.
The intro didn't even sound the same to me no more, dog. It really don't. Like, I looked at him, I listened to this, I'm like, just.
No, you're right though, because that was what spawned this whole thing. I'm telling you, I was lifting weights and I listened to it and I'm like, man, Meek got like a week before I can really fuck with him again.
What is Nicki doing right now? Nicki is as silent as she can be, and she's dead in the middle, as close to both of these motherfuckers at the same time.
What's she supposed to do?
Something.
Think about it. Your man is getting clowned, and then what's she gonna do? Like, hey, leave my baby alone.
And she could tweet both of them, say, hey, chill out. Anything. Because we all want to know. I'm curious to know. She's fucking Meek. I think she fucked Drake. But they close ties. They're on the same label. Two of the hottest rappers in the game, both on the same label right now. How can you not have a thought on the situation? How can you not have something to say? But whatever, we'll see. R.I.P. to Meek. Again, one more moment of silence.
I'm telling you, no, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Look. This is where I'm at with it. I don't want to sound like I'm expecting this. Okay, the Titanic is sinking. Okay, it hasn't snapped in half yet. No, it hasn't snapped in half yet. He can still get off and get on a lifeboat if he comes out with some fire ass bars. There's so much ammunition. You know what I was thinking about? You know when Rabbit went to Papa Doc and was like, I am white. I do live in a trailer park. Yeah, you did fuck my girl. He has to pull an 8 Mile. He has to pull an 8 Mile on
But if he would have did that, like, this is the thing. You can't go, like, beef. This was what's so new in this era. Like, think about all the beefs that have been going on this year. Drake did what a lot of rappers don't do. He took it to the booth. He's like, oh, you want a piece of me?
Exactly.
I got you. You don't see that. Like the Young Thug, Lil Wayne thing, they weren't spitting bars. Nobody's going to the booth no more. People aren't fighting. Everybody's going to Twitter and social media and talking that shit. Drake did what the OGs do. You want some of me? I'll show you what I'm about. And then he used his genius and his fan base behind him. And this is the same thing that Meek isn't doing. Meek is losing fans right now.
Absolutely.
I'm one of the biggest Drake haters in the world. But as of the past week and a half, I'm a huge Drake fan.
I like Meek Mill's music. I used to ride with Meek. When I went back and I heard it, it just put it back in perspective for me. It put it like Meek goes hard.
Yeah.
You can't touch his old, like he goes hard.
He's got to show it, though.
It's just going to have to be.
You can't hear Charged Up and then tweet softer than baby lotion. Because Drake said, oh, that's what you think? Their very next day, back-to-back drop, and I think that's when everything shut it. No, that's not when everything shut it down. The OVO show, where everything else, along with the songs, shut it down. Three-peat, the memes, his shirt. There's no hope for Meek Mill. I don't think so.
All right, look. It's 10:55 Wednesday, August 5th.
Yes,
okay. If Meek Mill hasn't come out with some fire, I mean, absolute 4-alarm blaze backdraft fire.
Yeah.
By Saturday,
okay,
I'm off. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done. Completely done.
The clock is ticking, dog. He's in his casket right now, pouring dirt. We throw dirt on you, Meek. If you got any chance to come back alive, because like I said, everybody's getting a dog. I see tweets from Pornhub. As I know you're not on Twitter that heavy. I see tweets from Pornhub, slandering Meek. I saw a post from Scott Hall from the NWO tweeting. He put up a picture saying, why did he disrespect my brother's intro music so bad at Meek Mill? He had a picture with him and The Undertaker.
Nah, you know
it's all bad for Meek right now.
You know when it's hit for real. I saw a video today on the way in prepping for this. Drake and Kanye and Will Smith.
Oh man, I know what
all
you're
together
laughing
at memes. When Will Smith is making fun of you,
bro.
When Will Smith is making fun of you, that's when you know you're at the bottom.
Will Smith is the hardest rapper in Philly right now. That's the state of Philly.
You already know I got it, you know what I'm saying? Like Mexico was popping.
First of all, E, this has been the summer of Future.
Oh, without question.
Like my entire drive has been sponsored by Future for pretty much, from everything from 56 Nights, March Madness, everything.
I was watching the news and they actually said Dirty Sprite 2 on Fox 2 News as the #1 album. Future has hit mainstream America, folks.
And with hitting mainstream America, you end up in things like Us Magazine, which is why I'm looking at this article right here. That Future is pissy that Sierra brought his son to training camp. Now, Eric, I work in sports. Families go to training camp. They should have known this was going to go down, that Sierra, now that's dating Russell Wilson, was going to go to training camp. I understand Future was probably popping, all types of drugs. May have missed the fact that the NFL is about to start. And that his baby mom's is now with, and that is Russell Wilson. But she goes on Twitter and says, never make a permanent decision over a temporary circumstance.
I retweeted that.
Don't react my tweets to no punk-ass hoe. The devil gonna come from all angles, but I'm covered with angels. And I translated that into English. It was in Future.
Right, like Gucci Man.
I mean, you hear him on his songs? You know, it was written in Future.
The slurred. All right, cool.
What do you think of Future doing this, Eric?
Future, shut the hell up, man. I really can't side with you, bro. I'm a huge, like I said, I'm a huge fan of Future as well, but I really can't side with him on this. Like, you're not with Sierra right now. You know, it's her baby just as much as it is yours. You don't see your son calling Russell Wilson daddy or nothing like that. You still got time to spend with your boy and everything. But what do you expect, bro? Like, don't bring that street shit talking attitude to a situation like this with your family. Like, it's not your lane. It's your family. She's not doing anything out of line. I can't side with him on this one. I just can't.
Now, let me ask you a question. Here at Dear Black Friend, we try to give you the most accurate thoughts of at least 2 black people. Eric.
Yeah.
For you, Russell Wilson clearly is the type of guy that does not have a problem with what's going on here with Future and Sierra and all this. He's the way he sees it from my perspective, he's got his girl, she's got a kid, it's all good, right?
Yeah, respect to him. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Good shit.
Now, what do people really want to know, Eric, especially since you just said he's doing what he's supposed to be doing?
Mm-hmm.
Would you date a chick with a kid?
I've done it before, and I don't recommend any man ever jump in that kind of situation ever, bro. It's not a good look. I was 21 when I did it.
How old was she?
She was 22.
And how old was Shorty?
Shorty was 2 or 3 years old, and that's at a very important age of a kid's life. And what guys need to realize is, like, for me, I was young at that point. You know, I was looking for happiness, but at the same time, you gotta just roam free.
You weren't trying to get married, right?
And that's what she needs. You're not in there to just go out on dates, go to the movies, have fun. Bruh, I was stressed as hell. When I'm going to see her, we going to pick up diapers. We going to check out, just, shop for the baby, just all this kind of stuff that does not even involve you. And at the same time.
So you playing dad, basically.
I mean, it was more of a nanny, bro. I felt like Miss Doubtfire. I'm not going to lie to you. It was rough, bro. Like, I don't recommend that shit for nobody. At the same time, too, the baby daddy, is always in the picture. I ended up getting cheated on by old girl with the baby daddy. And I wasn't even surprised
so she's a
by
thought.
it. Definite thought. Absolutely. She was the originator of that. It's too much for motherfuckers like that to deal with. For people like us, we can't do that. Russell Wilson can. He's a millionaire. He's, looking for stability. He's not trying to roam around and be like J.R. Smith or nothing like that. He's got to settle down. And like you said, he seems like the guy who would want something like that, something stable, something for real. And personally speaking, I would never do it again. And I don't advise anybody to ever do that. Would you?
See, my thing is, I feel like I could do it as long as it was a oops baby.
Just elaborate, please.
So,
please elaborate on that.
So, old girl gets together with dude, and they have a baby, and they're like getting married and trying to make it work, and then all of a sudden they break up and they do the Future Sierra thing where Future's got baby moms and kids running around left and right, and Sierra's doing her thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that because that's drama.
Yeah.
Now, if you just had, oops, baby, you got popped and then dude just disappeared. I'm saying
I'm
not saying it's anything. I'm not involved with the situation prior.
Okay.
If I'm involved with Shorty and she gets pregnant by somebody that's not me, then we got nothing else to talk about.
Bet. Okay.
We got nothing else to talk about.
So you wouldn't do it then?
If I met a girl who had a kid.
Okay.
Like Russell Wilson met Sierra. You know what I'm saying?
Who already had a kid.
Who already had a kid.
Okay.
I could do it if it was a mistake. Like if it was a oops baby. If you tried to make it work.
I mean, they were in a relationship though.
See, then I don't know if I could do that.
And not to mention,
you see the shit that Russell Wilson's name is being attached to right now.
That's true. But I mean, you did the research on Future. Future got what, 4 baby mamas?
I don't know.
Future got a lot of kids, dude.
There's a couple Future Hendrix Juniors.
Bruh, like they be getting down in the South. They don't play. And I think that's even more of an incentive for why Future needs to shut the hell up. You already got enough baby mamas to deal with. You already got enough kids to deal with.
Yeah, but there's only one baby mama that's taking his son to NFL training camp though.
If Sierra wants to take her kid out to the NFL life, because think about it, Sierra ain't got shit else going on for herself. The name of the game is, man, like some some people like the Jay-Z's, the Kanye's, the Beyonce's, they're destined to have these 10, 15, 20-year runs. Ciara is not in that class. She's done. It's not working out for Ciara. Like, what was the song she just had? Pretty much going at Future. You know, if I find somebody else, you'll come running back to me. Trust me, Future ain't running back to you, Ciara. You need to be.
What you talking about? Future over here sending salty ass tweets and all this crying.
That's more for his son. I don't think that's for her. You really think Future is salty about ice cold Ciara, who has cursed everybody that she's dated in her career, in their career?
Man, this ain't about his son. Yeah, never make a permanent decision over a temporary circumstance. Don't direct my tweets to no punk ass hoe. He ain't calling his son a hoe.
He's not thinking about Ciara, I promise you. And I don't see, first of all, I don't see her and Russell Wilson lasting that long. I'll give them 2 more years before that shit pops off.
That's a long ass time.
Yeah, but
2 years?
No.
You talking about lasting that long? 2 years?
Ciara's damn near 30. She don't have that much time. She still look good, but she's not in her prime is getting to the end. Because, like, think about it. She's ice cold in her career. She's getting in her 30s. Her eggs drying up a little bit. You know, it's not looking too good for Ciara right now. She don't have that much time left. 2 years ain't shit. Russell Wilson could last. You know, he'll be all right. Ciara not so much, especially when she got kids. 2 years a long ass time
for a Hollywood relationship. 2 years a long ass time, bro.
Oh man,
for a Hollywood relationship.
You just gave me a thought.
Huh?
You know, we definitely got to talk about
what?
Will and Jada. Oh man, god damn.
But they was on some weird shit anyway.
I mean, and we've heard those rumors for a long time.
Wasn't they on some like swinging?
That's what I heard. But we've heard so much shit about them swingers. We've heard these breakup rumors forever, but apparently. It's real now, bro. Black love is dead. They were the ones carrying the torch, man.
Shit, I can't even get my ex-girlfriend listening to the podcast. So.
Man, it's a wrap. All we got, what we got? Jay and Beyonce, which I don't even think is a real couple, to be honest with you.
What you talking about? They ain't hiding?
I think Jay's fucking Solange. I honestly think so. But he can't bring her out to title meetings. Like, that don't look good for him. Like, I really think.
What are you talking about?
I honestly don't. I like these celebrity couples, man. Like, I just don't fall for. Like, Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey. Where the fuck did they meet? How the hell did they get?
I mean, I'm sure
attached up, man. Like, I don't.
Why is it so hard to believe that they would run in the same circles?
Where would Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon be together?
I feel like that's a small world. They're probably all the same shit.
Diva asked Mariah Carey with. I'll give Nick his credit. Nick's made a hell of a run in his career from writing, producing, acting, everything outside of music. Nick Cannon been winning. I'll give him his credit on that. Wildin' Out, I still fucking watch. But I just don't see in any way, shape, or form how Mariah Carey was able to wife him up. I'm going to put the title of that. Shout out to my boss bitches, wifing niggas. Nick Cannon, you get that. You getting that. I don't know. Some of this shit I just look at and I question it. Jay and Beyonce is one of them situations. But.
Bro, this is the first episode of the podcast. You coming at Beyonce.
Bro, I gotta keep it real, man.
Do you know what you're doing here?
I don't mean to fuck up our money or any potential shit, but okay. Beyonce, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about it. Especially,
you better find out you better find the words because right now you coming at Beyonce, bro.
Just the secrecy of it. I mean, even when the whole shit happened with Solange and Jay in an elevator, what did she do? What did Beyonce do? She stood there like shit. Like that ain't my man. That's pretty much what she stood like. Jay was chilling. He wasn't gonna hit her. He ain't gonna do nothing back. But at the same time, B didn't do nothing. She sat there and once they wild out like Jay was cheating on Solange. Some of this shit you just sit and wonder, man. I sit and question these things. Especially considering
that's your own conspiracy
that's
theory.
Cool.
Hey, just know Martin Weiss.
That's cool.
Thinks Beyonce and Jay-Z
cool.
are great.
That's cool. You want to get your own disclaimer? Go right ahead, man. Bro. And now looking at Will and Jada, seeing how they haven't lasted. I'll take that back. They've definitely lasted the test of time. For celebrity couples, they've done a damn good job, especially for black couples. But they were, like I said, they were carrying the torch. Who we got now? J.B., Barack and Michelle.
No, first
what else
we got Barack and Michelle and then J and B. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Like, can we keep things in perspective?
They're all in their elite class.
We too frequently devalue the fact that the president is black. it's like a running joke, like blame Obama and shit like that. But like, we got to put him on a higher pedestal than the average black person. I'm sorry.
We can do that. That's cool.
I'm thinking like Jay-Z don't touch Barack to me, because Barack wins in white America too.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that because think about this. Now, granted, Barack is giving his credit, but let's say it's a black president in 1995. Okay, let's just say that. Just hypothetically speaking, there's no internet, it's no social media, it's none of that shit yet. Who's more influential in America, Barack or Hove?
In 1995, if Barack Obama was president in 1995,
yes,
Barack Obama,
no
far
way.
and away, bro.
No way. And you can even debate right now he's not. You think shorties in the hood are looking more at Barack as an idol than Jay-Z?
Nah, I think they're probably looking at Jay-Z more as an idol, but I think across the entire country.
I'm talking about for us, though. I'm talking about black people, because you said, okay, yes, for white and mainstream America, yes, but Jay-Z's crossed over there at that point. As soon as Jay-Z started saying, excuse me, what's your name? Jay-Z's not a hood nigga no more. He's a businessman. He runs in corporate circles. He hangs out with Barack and Michelle. Like, he's up there.
Yeah, he's definitely up there. I just think that when you are the first to do something, and it's a shame that we still are in 2015 have to designate that somebody was the first black to do a certain thing. You would think that blacks would have had the opportunities. Think that we wouldn't be still crossing these barriers.
Yeah, but we had some whack-ass candidates, though. We had Alan Keyes, we had Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton. Ain't nobody voting for them motherfuckers.
Who the fuck? I mean, you act like this country's been run by geniuses for the past how long? Like, it's been some stupid white people running this country for
that's
a
for
minute.
damn sure. That's for damn sure. We can have Clinton come back. I'd vote for his ass again, no question.
See, that's institutional racism right there.
What you mean?
We can have all these average white folk be president, but then when we got the one black one, he's got to be exceptional.
I mean, who's to say? I don't know. But think about this, though. Barack's not calling every shot in the book. It's a lot of white people that are making some decisions for him.
And I say that to be just the overarching. You know what I'm saying? You can't just limit that to the presidency. I'm saying in my personal life, I feel like I see average white people in a place higher than where I'm at.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like it's because I'm at a level where I'm not quite exceptional yet. Yeah, I'm just really damn good. You know, what is it? You got to work twice as hard to get half as far.
My pops always told me that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
I'm like halfway to twice as good.
Yep.
But it's still like in 2015 it gets on your fucking nerves.
But at the same time, I take pride in that shit. Knowing that you busted your ass, because they don't give me no hands out. They don't. I'm proud to say I haven't got no handouts in what I've got. White people is a different story. Black people got to work twice as hard, so you got to wear your colors on your back. Like it's a badge of honor to me, saying, look, nobody helped me out with this. I'm black, so I've been working hard. It's like you said, it's no secret. We all know, and white people looking at us too. Like, okay, well, show me what you got. Show me why you deserve to be here. I think it's a badge of honor, man, for real. Me personally, it does suck, but
that shit gets on my nerves. I'm not one for like the pay your dues. I think you pay your dues until you're good enough. Like that should be the attitude of everyone. If I got a rookie and he's better than my 5th-year starter, guess what? My rookie's gonna start because I want to win. I want to put the best product out. I just don't get that. I don't get holding somebody into a certain position just because. Yeah,
that's America though. That's been the American way for damn too long. Everything got to boil down to race, man. And then at the same time, like we were talking about, there's no favors done for black people in America. On a different spectrum, especially in hip-hop, race is extremely sensitive now with the Iggy Azaleas, the Macklemores, even Eminem, who you can argue is the GOAT. He's earned that recognition and that consideration at this point. But at the same time, you still hear, old school rappers from the 80s or 90s or just fans in general who don't want to give them any kind of credit because they're white. People are so terrified for white rappers stealing the sound and the culture, and I just don't understand the sensitivity that black rappers have for white rappers. Now, if you want to be upset at situations like Macklemore winning a Grammy when Kendrick should have won it, I'm fine with that. But at the same time, please miss me with the whole they're stealing our sound, they're taking over this, and and the he's nice for a white guy conversation. Like, just at a certain point, we all just need to let everybody eat, because hip hop has been dominated by black rappers forever. Even right now, Drake, Lil Wayne,
it's created by
Kendrick,
black rappers.
Yes, we invented this shit. It's so much ours that it's okay to share with others. Why is it so sensitive right now for black rappers when Iggy's and Macklemore's and Eminem's come around?
They get all this type of credit. Let's think about it earlier when we were talking about Drake and Meek, right? You list off your top 5 rappers. Is Macklemore anywhere near it?
No, hell
You
no.
list off your top 10 rappers. Is Macklemore anywhere in it?
No way. Eminem is.
All right. Well, Eminem, that's a different story. Eminem's not him. He's not. I don't think he's one of the,
we can take him out. We can take him out.
I don't think he's one. To me, he's not in the greatest conversation.
Because
I think that I just don't prefer him. I just don't prefer him. I think he's blown up here big time, and we record this in Detroit because he's from Detroit. But like when I was growing up, and I remember Marshall Mathers and Slim Shady and all that. But the last Eminem CD I listened to was the Eminem Show,
which was a classic.
But that was the last one worth anything to me.
That's fair.
And I think that a lot of his initial, I'm not saying that it's because he is white, he gets a lot of attention. I think he gets a lot of attention because of the things he was saying as a white person. And that boosted his commercial appeal, if that makes sense. I'm not saying it's because he's white. I'm saying it's because of the reaction to a white person saying the things he was saying. The controversy that spun from that helped boost his career and helped boost his sales.
Which I don't see, honestly. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I'm not saying, but that's like I said, that's a different topic. Now,
Okay.
Macklemore's not doing any of that.
Okay.
And I think where people get so upset about, you run through your top 5, your top 10 rappers, Macklemore's nowhere to be found, yet he's winning things. Like, to me, Macklemore is on a level of like, I can't even, like Katy Perry, like Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He's a pop artist.
he's a pop artist who just happens to have a beat and maybe sounds close to rap, so we'll put it in a rap. But like, Macklemore is like a Bruno Mars. Like, I put him in that category to me.
A pop artist. Same with Iggy. The same deal. I can understand that. But here's my thing, though. Why be mad at Macklemore? Why be mad at Iggy? Because I've seen interviews with both of them say, look, I'm here to make great music. If you want to put it in the hip-hop category, cool. You want to put it in the pop category, cool. If you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at the motherfucking Grammys. Because they have never gotten this shit right when it comes to selecting the hip-hop category. They've never gotten it right. They need new voters, new young voters on that committee to get shit right. I don't think you can take that out on Macklemore for 2 reasons. One reason, I should say. One big reason that's been missing in hip-hop for decades now. No black rappers gonna make a record like Same Love. Did you just hear this record he dropped today?
I didn't hear the one he dropped
with Ed
today,
Sheeran.
no.
Dope record. It's about inspiration. It's about raising your kids right. He's talking about it from the perspective of a father and as well as a mother and as well as a child growing up and becoming something and making people proud. What is hip-hop today? Bitches, hoes, money,
But see,
drugs,
that's not
the
fair.
gang culture.
That's not
Like,
fair.
That's too much
That's
of
not
that,
fair
bro.
to paint all hip hop that way.
90%, fam. 90%. Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake. The rest is pretty much that. What's the hottest album right now? Dirty Sprite 2.
Yeah.
What is Dirty Sprite? Cody drinking. It's all he's talking about there. He's got records called Freako, Groupies, like just crazy shit that ain't talking about.
When Kendrick
nothing.
shit dropped, that was the one that was the most popular. And when J. Cole shit dropped, that was the one that was most popular. And when Drake shit dropped, the whole world stops. I have such trouble saying that all rap is bitches, hoes, money, bitches, hoes, money, drugs, drugs, drugs. Because the stuff that isn't bitches, hoes, money, and drugs shows, it plays, it rides. Like, you do have a lot of people just following the format. You know what I'm saying? If I get on talk about that hard white and fucking hoes, I'm going to get some money. But when you find the people who branch out and who do the things that, you call it old school hip hop, they differentiate themselves, and they're the ones that we all still talk about. And when we're 40, they'll be the ones that we still talk about, the same way that people still talk about Biggie and Pac.
They do deserve their
You know
credit.
what I'm saying? Ain't nobody talking about who was like the 5th best rapper when Biggie and Pac was around.
They deserve their credit. But I think instead of being mad at Macklemore, who I think is making progressive, influential music in hip hop or pop or whatever the hell you want to call it. It's music that people can listen to, regardless of whether you can relate to Macklemore and what he's saying. Because shit, I love Future, but I don't know a goddamn thing about the trap. I don't know nothing about God blessing all the trap niggas. I'm not a part of that lifestyle, but I still like it. Macklemore is some music that you can relate to some degree, no matter what it is you aspire to be. You should be able to take that for something. And then here's one more thing I want to say. If people are so mad at the Grammys and people are so upset that black artists aren't being nominated, or not nominated, they're not winning the awards they think they should be winning, why are you constantly addressing it? Why are you constantly mad at the Grammys and constantly going to the Grammys, but for award shows like the Soul Train Awards, the BET Awards, awards where you know you're going to get your love and you're just due, you never even show up? I think we talked about this last week. Nicki Minaj showed up to the BET Awards and won her shit and said, what award is this again? You show up, you tweet bitching and complaining about the VMAs not nominating your bullshit Anaconda record for Video of the Year, but you get your just due at the BET Awards. It's hot, but I wouldn't nominate it. Granted, the VMAs is trash anyway. Miley Cyrus is hosting it. I don't give a damn. Fucking let her be nominated for it. I really don't care. She's going to win anyway. She's going to get her pub in any way, shape, or form she can. But the point is, why are y'all so mad about that? When you get your just due, instead of bigging up and making the BET Awards bigger,
make people want to win BET Awards.
Make people want to win BET 100%. Awards.
I'm with that. Don't go where you're not welcome.
Don't go where you're not welcome. Stop bitching and complaining about the Grammys. Boycott the Grammys. Hove did it. Just too many people aren't following suit. Kanye would rather go and complain instead of go to the BET Awards and big that up and make that bigger.
Now, what do you say when the counterpoint is, well, I launched Tidal. That's supposed to be my thing. That's supposed to be our thing. Instead, all y'all still using Spotify. All y'all still using Pandora. That's supposed to be our thing.
I respect Jay-Z for Tidal. I do. I'm not a consumer of it because I'm cheap.
Man,
I'm
my
broke
price
right
point too
now.
high.
I'm broke, dog. I'm sorry. I'm not paying for that. I really hope it does well because the artists deserve that money and that credibility. But I respect Hope for that. That's something big. That's something that people should be more involved in, not more involved, but you should see more movements like Tidal, where black artists who want to be so threatened and so annoyed and disrespected by the white stages make your own. You don't need to slander them and be pissed off at your own shit. Make your own.
I will say this though, it's got to be infuriating to sit there as a rapper, as a Kendrick Lamar, as a J. Cole, as one of these upper echelon type of rappers that's talking conscious, that's talking pop, that's talking everything. Mm-hmm. To see there and you know your name's up for the Grammy and then go and see Macklemore go and get it. Because when you have a white rapper, everybody looks at him first because he is white. Mm-hmm. Whatever you got after that is rap. But whenever you see a white dude, however it comes out, white dude may not even be in the conversation after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like Eminem being white doesn't really come up in his conversation of where he ranks in the all time because he got bars.
He's dope. He deserves it. I think he deserves it.
But I see being somebody like Kendrick at to come up or Cole at to come up and like you're fighting against so many other people that look like you and sound like you, and you have to differentiate yourself from all of them. And they found their own unique sound and they stuck with it. Macklemore didn't have to do none of that because where he comes from and where he comes up from is just so different than where hip hop was actually born and where hip hop is like has its roots in. Hip hop has its roots in the struggle. Hip hop has its roots in fighting, and those are the songs and the albums that stand the test of time. When you look back in history and you kind of predict the future, yeah, Drake's got the hottest shit out right now, but no one's gonna be banging like over 20 years from now.
Going forward, I think this is what needs to happen. People need to understand two things. Hip hop is not a race thing anymore. It's not white versus black anymore. It's not even city to city. Like, it's not West Coast versus East Coast anymore. The internet has created really just an open space that makes music good or bad. That's what you have to decide. It's not about, okay, Macklemore is white.
Well,
so
see, the thing that everybody's saying is Macklemore is making bad music, and it is getting promoted because he is white.
I don't think he's making bad music personally.
Well, then I think that's your beef.
What do you mean?
I think that's where you're going to disagree with a lot of people. I think a lot of people are going to sit up and say Macklemore is fucking trash, and you're going to say, well, I relate to his music, I like his music, and that's where the disconnect is. Because people who listen to Mac, like, I don't care for Macklemore's music, and I rock with Cole, and I rock with Kendrick, and I rock with Drake. To me, you have the best hip-hop art. Macklemore's not even close, whatever he's talking about.
I agree 100%.
He's not even close to that level. That's where the anger comes in.
I agree.
That's where the anger comes in.
At the same time, though, he is succeeding. He's sold records. He's made an impact. He's got people talking about him every time he fucking does something. He was trending on Twitter all day today. He's popping on top 40 records. He's making a wave. He's not just he's not Chris Webby. Like, he's not some underground cat. Like, this guy is really making a name for himself in music, hip hop, pop, whatever the hell you want to call it. He's making a name in music. Whether you think it's good or bad, he's making a name for himself and he's selling. Like I said, and at the same time too, yes, I completely agree. Not Macklemore. Kendrick should be all the way infuriated still for getting robbed of that Grammy. And at the same time, which I think was the wackest sucker shit of all time, posting that text message on Instagram, I thought was so corny.
Kendrick posted or Macklemore posted?
Macklemore posted it. He
that's
texted
white
him,
privilege.
That's whack.
That's Taylor Swift saying, "Come up on my stage anytime, Nicki Minaj."
Yeah, that was kind of whack. That was whack as fuck on Taylor's
It's
part.
like, oh, I'm so sorry, I won, guys. Like, no, I got no time for that. Get out of my face.
Yeah, but in that situation, nobody looks smart. Like, I think Nicki needs to shut the hell up. Taylor had no reason to say anything. Like, she should just stay quiet, and if she won her award, say thank you and keep it moving. Nicki, I don't want to hear you complain or push any kind of social, racial conversation when all you're involved in or all you care about is yourself. You need to speak on Eric Garner. You need to speak on Mike Brown. You haven't said anything on Sandra Bland, who's a female black woman. You haven't said shit on her.
That was the same day as the VMAs, too.
In the same day. And what were people talking about? Nicki Minaj not being nominated for a VMA. That's what you want to fucking talk about? Sit your ass down, Nicki. Sit down and shut up. Don't ever come up talking about race only when it involves you, when you could make a change and promote something bigger than just yourself. That's another reason I respect people like Macklemore. No black rappers are making records like Same Love. No black rappers are making songs like the one that just came out today. I forgot the name of it with Ed Sheeran. It's a dope record. But they're not making enough of those records, I should say. You got people like Bobby Shmurda who can pop off. People like Future, who is dope, but he's not pushing anything to push hip-hop. He's not, I don't think he sold what Macklemore sold. I don't think he had that type of impact. I think you need, like, granted, whether they deserve it or not, I think Macklemore winning, I think it was positive for hip-hop. I think it's needed because you need people like him to push a movement and push a sound that can push people and hip-hop forward instead of the same. We've been celebrating the drug culture for too long, the gang culture, guns, the world star moments. It's been going for too long, dog. Macklemore's, Kendrick's, J. Cole's deserve their
But the
limelight.
thing is, though, you're putting Macklemore and I can't rock with you fundamentally. When you say Macklemore and then in the same breath say Cole and Kendrick, I cannot
I
rock
say that
with
in
you.
terms of their content and what they talk about.
But just
not
because somebody is
not as
talking
far
real,
as skill. Not as far as skill.
Just because somebody is talking real doesn't mean that they should be promoted. What if we just sat here and was talking the best shit of all time, but we weren't entertaining and nobody was downloading our shit? That doesn't mean just simply because we're having the most intelligent discussion of all time that it should be recognized. It has to also be entertaining. It has to also be good. That's what
Macklemore's not entertaining people. He's entertaining the conversation. He's entertaining this topic that we're having right now.
All right, but so Iggy Azalea is also entertaining topic. There's no argument that she's trash.
But what has she done?
But that's the thing, that anybody who does anything in this day and age is going to spark a conversation.
Well, my thing is this. Like, people hate Iggy. Like, if you want to be mad at Macklemore, I get that because he robbed the Grammy. What are you mad at Iggy for? What has she done that any other hip-hop artist has not done? She had a number one
She's talking all that shit about how black people in hip-hop and this and that, and she's not. She's Australian.
she's in the same lane to me. She's a pop artist. But at the same time, people group her in that because she's rapping. Now, I'm not fucking with I'm Australian 1 minute, then I'm from the South when I rap. But at the same time, how much fake shit have we let go on in hip-hop, dog, for decades? We let Rick Ross parole around talking about fuck the police, I'm a real nigga, I'm a gangster, only to find out that he was a motherfucking CO.
But Rick Ross is not a white girl.
He don't have to be. I'm talking about in terms of authenticity, which hip-hop fans are obsessed with. Like Meek Mill obsessing over Drake writing his rhymes. It doesn't fucking matter. Is it good or is it bad? Dr. Dre didn't write all his rhymes either. Neither did Diddy, neither did Kanye, neither did Wayne.
Well, I guess what people would say was that sound coming from them is not authentic because they don't know where hip-hop comes from. Like they don't how can it's like trying to sing the blues if you've never been down on your luck.
Who's to say she doesn't know her history? She lived in Miami for 5-10 years before she started rapping?
I can't speak. I don't know nothing about. I don't know anything.
Yeah,
about
I'm pretty
her
sure
history.
she got a song where she's talking about she left Australia and came to the South and she's gonna appropriate some culture. It's gonna happen. She's not gonna forever act like an Australian girl. And I'm fucking black. I moved to Farmington Hills when I was 10 years old. You expect me to still talk hood now that I'm 25? No. I'm gonna soak up some motherfucking culture. That's all she's done. Like I said, it's so much fake shit that goes on in hip hop all the time. But when you have a white artist or you have somebody like Iggy, it's just easy to point at her and say, see? Like, it's bullshit to me. It's bullshit. I don't fuck with it, man. I don't.
And now it's time for This Weekend White People.
All right, Martin, you had something brewing up for this segment. Go ahead, bro.
Kelly Osbourne.
Oof.
Kelly Osbourne and The View. This whole situation, to me, is such a deeper issue. Y'all already know she goes with if you kick every Latino out of this country, then who's going to be cleaning your toilets, right? Here's my problem with it. The initial co-hosts, they responded, Rosie Perez and Raven Simone, they were all like, oh, no, wait, hold on, sweetheart. You didn't mean to just say that because you sound like a racist asshole. In so many words, right? Mm-hmm. Quickly pointing out cleaning toilets is not this and like that. Then Kelly Osbourne goes, and the way she says, she goes, oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. Come on, I'm not a part of this argument. Mm-hmm. That's the fundamental problem that I have with white people when they do things like this. Or not even when they do things like this, just white people in general, is they think that they are not a part of the race conversation. Is they don't realize the fact that you said that because you think that, because that's the Mexicans that you see and the Mexicans that you come into contact with throughout your daily life, more than likely. And it's a whole big joke about the podcast being your black friend, but 95% of white people, and this is not some number I just pulled out of my ass, only have white friends. So the only time they see minorities is in certain positions, like maybe as a janitor or on TV. What they don't understand is you say something like this, that's because she thought that was funny. She thought that was funny because that's the stereotype. For her to go ahead and say, oh, no, this is not my conversation, this is not my argument, racist or not, you are a part of this conversation, Kelly Osbourne, and everybody who speaks on anything racial is a part of the conversation. If you open your mouth about race, you are then contributing to the conversation. You are a part of the conversation. You are a part of the argument. And you have an opportunity anytime you open a microphone to share your opinion and share your thought. And you did it at that moment, and you sounded like an idiot. And I understand sounding like an idiot because I do it all the time. And I understand apologizing because I do it all the time. And I understand changing your mind on something because I do it all the time. But don't be in denial over the fact that you are a huge part of this argument. And if this discussion is ever going to change on race relations, white people have to come to the table in force. That's why, for This Weekend White People, I want to tell Kelly Osbourne, you sound like an idiot. I respect your opinion. Come to the table and let's talk.
Whew. Heat.
You are a part of the argument. You are a part of the discussion, and that's one of the biggest problems that I have with white America today is they step back from things like Latinos cleaning out the only Latinos that you know is cleaning out your toilets, or step back from even deeper things like Eric Gardner or Mike Brown or Trayvon Martin. But then when something that's easy comes up, like Cecil the Lion, it's easy to be mad, easy to be, oh, fuck that, we should be all outraged. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna have the defense to stand up for our own humans, and that bugs the shit out of me.
Yeah, especially when you don't get to bring it up and then pull yourself right out. It'd be like if Meek Mill said that and tried apologizing about Drake. Oh, this isn't my conversation because I write my own raps. Like, you don't get to say that. You don't get to just pull out and renege what you said just because. It is your conversation, and like you said, it involves everybody. As long as racism is an issue, and as long as you have an opinion about it, especially if you're on national TV every day, which I'm pretty sure The View is talking about race issues, especially with as many racial issues have come up in America over the past few months. You're a part of the conversation. Everybody is.
What are you doing here? What do you mean?
Well, I'm supposed to be the only black guy at this party.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I know. It's whack.
Hey, man, my bad, man. No doubt. Why don't you take this, man?
Thanks.
All right? Do your thing.
Hey.
Yeah. Peace out, brother.
Hey, honest mistake.
Just worry about it.
Right?